Have you ever had to connect a commerce engine to a CMS because content editors just have to be able to browse and select products in the CMS? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you how to do that exactly. We're going to use Commercetools and Hygraph together. And interestingly, if we do it the Hygraph way, developers get a real benefit as well. So let's talk about it. This is a CMS Maverick. Alright, so what we're working on today is our skincare starter, but now all our product information actually comes out of Commercetools. So when we have a look here, there's like this, product highlighter, and this is actually connected to a product in Commercetools. And then when we browse this product information with the ingredients, description, all that stuff is also coming out of Commercetools, but this stuff is then coming out of Hygraph. So we're enriching the data together. And so you can even add it to the cart, and then there it is. And so this is actually in the front-end starter, talking to Commercetools API. So it created the cart. You can see there's the ID here, and it added a line item. And then I didn't implement the paying now because that's a demo, but there you go. And so when we look in Commercetools here, we have our face serum, and it has all the things you expect. Descriptions, product name, product key, there's the variant, actually even with the images, the price, all the things. So how do you connect this product data into Hygraph? Well, there are two approaches. So first side is the data side. We need to content federate the information from Commercetools into Hygraph so it becomes one API that you can query from the front end. But we also need a way for content editors to actually browse and select a product in a super easy way. So let's start with how we connect the data up. So when we go to our schema, you can see there's a remote source for Commercetools here. And luckily, Commercetools actually has a GraphQL API. So there's not much to do here, but just put this in, make sure the authentication works, and then Hygraph will do an introspection on the API of Commercetools, and you get all the information. To do a quick view of that is, let's say, if I wanted to make a global query now from Hygraph to Commercetools, I can actually then just do a quick test where I say, okay, let's grab the Commercetools remote source, let's post to it. And then here, it actually shows me all the endpoints that you can get from Commercetools. So if I wanted to get like a product, for example, I can just say, well, by ID, and then type in something and you will get a product. So this is not the way I have set it up in this demo because I've actually connected a product to a product page. And so when we go to the product page, which is this one, this product page is now connected to something in Commercetools. And so what I've done here, and we'll look at this special Commercetools field in a second because that's where the content editors come in. We've actually created a Commercetools product field that is actually a GraphQL field. So that looks very similar to what we just saw, right? And so here we have a Commercetools post and we call it the Commercetools product. And we go down and we find the product and we look it up by ID. And then you can see here this little magical connection string here. We're looking at the ID that was typed into the field in the same document called Commercetools product ID, and it's cast as a string. And that product ID actually comes from this specific field here, that is the Commercetools product ID field, that is actually your picker. And how you get that field is by actually going to apps and installing the Commercetools app. So let me show you how that actually looks in content, because I spoke a lot, saw a lot of details, but this is actually where it comes down. So now this is our face serum, and here I can actually select a product from Commercetools. And this selection allows me to browse, look at all the things, I'm sorting it, and you see face serum is selected here, right? And so this is this product ID. And so what is filled out here is just the ID of the product. We don't store anything else. And then this GraphQL field, you don't actually see it. It's just here. So what this does now, when you query this schema for this PDP, you are able to then use that product ID and query everything else. So let me show you this in the playground. So I already set it up. So we have a product page, PDP, and where the slug is, in this case, face serum. And so we're querying everything from the page I just showed you, right? From the slug to the title to the OG description, all the other components. But then here you see the Commercetools product. And so this is actually all coming from Commercetools now. So we have one query, and when I hit play, I will get all the information from my page, plus all the stuff from Commercetools. And so when you put this in the code, it means you can query with one GraphQL API call to Hygraph. You get all the information also from Commercetools. And so this is the benefit for the front-end developer, because you don't need to have an SDK installed to query Commercetools for product information. You don't even need an SDK to query Hygraph because it's just GraphQL, and Hygraph has federated the content for you. And so it all fits nicely. And then if you look at my code base, I just have a query here for a PDP, for a product, that queries all its components, like a routine, a tutorial, things we just saw, right? So when we go to the content and we go to our components, we have a tutorial and we have a routine. And that's what you see here. We have the tutorial and the routine. And so all that you can just query in a query like this, and then get all the stuff from Commercetools. And there's a lot more information that I could get out of Commercetools. I could also get a cart query or anything I wanted from here. And so in my code, it's now very simple. When I go to a PDP page, I query my product page, get my stuff, and I render it. Anyways, I hope this made sense. You can join us at Slack in our community at slack.hygraph.com, or you can just tweet at me at Tim Bennix at Twitter. Sorry, I'm still saying Twitter. I cannot say X yet. Anyways, that's it. Happy coding. Cheers.